earlier in the season, but where I watched the whole game and really focused in on Mendoza for all the talk and the Heisman and all that. I wanted to see what was this kid really about. He's an NFL quarterback without question. He's got size.
He's about
he's
business,
accurate,
man. He
right?
only has
really
a LinkedIn. He only has LinkedIn. That's crazy.
He's
what
an
if
inspiring
he's the
CEO looking to play quarterback. This dude has more touchdowns than incompletions in the playoffs right now, so that's
crazy.
That's very impressive.
Guys? What if he's the chosen one? What if he's the one to bring balance to the force? I don't know. I'm just saying maybe he could be the guy. Man, he looks
What do you
awesome.
mean by that?
The fact that it's just like the ball never hits the ground. It's like, is this a 7-on-7?
It's that offense, man. It's that RPO system. So I wouldn't look too much into that. Okay. I think he's got some cleaning up to do. I think, listen, he's a great player. Love what he says at the podium. He seems like a team first guy, really all about the team. I just think you put him with a good coach and a good system. We'll see where it goes, but we love the intangibles, right? The physical tools, are they there? Does he have a strong enough arm? Like, it's just all those things that factor in. So I don't want to get too hyped just yet, but I love what I see, and I love the story of Indiana right now. So
it is tough, man, because next year, it's tough because next year, if you put him up against some of the other guys that aren't coming out, I don't know if he would be the number one quarterback taken in the draft if he goes next year. But that's not the case. It's this year. And his opponent, I think he might have opt to stay in, but I heard there's a new transfer coming to Oregon now.
There is.
Rumors. Raiola's going.
Raiola's fine.
Yep. So there's going to be some changes. College is crazy. That's some off-season talk, maybe.
I love that that's happening. I have a good friend, J.R. Taylor, who I played ball with up in Chicago. He played for the Packers for a short time, running back. His son is a senior right now in Illinois and is going to Nebraska, committed there last year. So maybe he gets a shot to be the number one guy. He's extremely talented quarterback. Can't wait to see that take place. As we move forward, I'm going to go off script for 1 second, guys, because I read something yesterday and I wanted to bring it up. In the case of Bryce Young, obviously I'm a Michigan fan. Heard yesterday that Michigan, and I want to know what you guys think about this. They don't have a quarterback coach in the building. So Bryce Young, a true freshman playing last year, head coach is suspended for 4 games. Or Bryce Underwood. I got Bryce Young on the brain. Bryce Underwood up in Michigan. He's got the head coach suspended. Sharon Moore was suspended for 4 games. They go to Oklahoma week 1. And this dude doesn't have a quarterback coach in the building. What are we doing? Brandon, you play college ball. I'm sure you got a quarterback's coach. Why doesn't the University of Michigan, and we heard this about Alabama too, why don't they have quarterback coaches, especially when they're playing freshman QBs?
Not sure, man. I think that's a program issue. That's a coaching issue. Maybe the offensive coordinator is tied into the quarterbacks and stays in the quarterback room. Maybe the running back coach is also – they stay in the running back room as well, or receivers. So it could be one or the other. I mean, I know that it is expensive to get a quarterback coach, a good one. I mean, I think they make over $300K a year in the Division I level. But
is that what they make? $300K?
Probably more than that.
I'll tell you what,
it's about a quarter mil. It's a quarter mil. Yeah, for sure. Mil.
It's around that area, but I do think, especially this is a defensive guy. So his OC is probably tied like, hey, I'm going to take care of the quarterbacks because my OC in college, like he was the quarterback coach. But we also had, other coaches as well as for specific positions. But that could be one of the things. Now, was he a quarterback? Is the OC a former quarterback?
But I have an idea, and I appreciate your insight on this and how much they make. I am offering right now today for the next 90 days a discounted rate to the University of Michigan to come in and be their quarterback's coach. So reach out to me. Give me a call. Discounted rate. I don't know what it is yet. We'll have to negotiate. We'll start at $250 and we'll go from there. But I will definitely give Michigan a home team discounted rate for me to go and Bryce become the guy that he can be.
Not a huge take, man, but I think structure is open to whatever in the college game, man, right now. NIL changed a lot of stuff. You're closer to some of these guys than you want to be. You're a defensive guy. You need a quarterback. I think it's all needs based. There's guys working with him and in touch with him in the system. But sure. I mean, look at the disconnect. That's just another layer that you would have to possibly go through if you're an OC that wants that tie to your quarterback. And then who knows what they're teaching them, what the tangibles are. I don't want it done this way. Well, that's just not right. Quarterback can be played many type of ways nowadays. So maybe they're just waiting. I don't see no rush into it, especially with NIL. Things change, but give it a couple weeks. Let the dust settle before we.
I'm not a fan.
But
this is a good coach, Tim. This is a good coach.
I understand that. I understand all of that. I'm excited. I'm just not a fan of my freshman 18-year-old quarterback being at the University of Michigan, playing some of the best around the country, and not having a quarterbacks coach to help develop him. He has
a coach.
I'm available.
I'm sure it's the OC, man. I'm pretty positive the OC's in his back hip. I guarantee it.
He wants him right in the pocket. Yeah,
you have to think about it, though. Okay, you're an OC / quarterback coach, right? Are you just going to have a quarterback coach come in when you're the OC? No.
At that level, though, you have so much to take care of and handle.
But you have
the last thing on your mind is probably developing the quarterback. And we hear this all the time in college, right? Mark Clayton told us this. Alabama does not focus on development of their quarterbacks, right? They have an offense coordinator and they go, this is the play you call, and this is how you do it, right?
Why would you, though? And that's it. Why would you nowadays? NIL's changed so much. I'm going to develop you for what? So Oregon can use you? I'm not developing you. Unless you can sign a 4-year deal and you staying here, I'm not putting in that time for you. Why? You got to think college is different now. These are jobs. These are no longer programs they're buying into. They're getting
NFL has quarterback coaches. NFL has quarterback coaches,
and that's unfair.
And that's some colleges
that's
do
why
too.
I do hope Indiana does prevail, because it shows that development of players matters.
Thank you.
How much money you can make and this and that. Like, your job is to go get a degree and go develop as a player and become a better human. The money comes and goes.
Sorry,
that's how I look at it. These guys are in it. To me, it's just for the wrong reasons. I mean, I was a guy that played. I mean, I imagine going into this era, NIL would be awesome, but I'm going to stay with a program that develops me and believes in me.
Hindsight's 2020,
and go the distance with me. Versus,
that's tough.
I'm just going to take an extra $2 million and go to a state where the taxes are crazy. That's what these kids aren't thinking about. Yeah, and then they're going to get hit with taxes, and now they're an independent contractor, whatever they sign up with their LLC, and they're paying fees and all these other things. I really hope they learn some financial literacy while getting the bag, because the bag can be gone in seconds if you don't know.
They'll get it. They'll get it. I just have to relate with some of the people, man. If I would have gotten any type of money thrown at me to play quarterback, I don't care how much it is, I'm taking it, because of the situations that you come up at home. You got to think, some of these kids, man, you offer them $1 million, they've never seen $100,000, and you're telling them that their moms moved out the hood, they're this, that, and the third. These kids are going to take that, that bag. I'm with you, though, because the principal is ruining it. Saban said it best. I'm no longer their coach. I'm their boss.
There you go.
We all know what the force is like. So crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I got us way off track.
Things. It's all about production.
I got us way off track with this conversation. We will get more into this in the off season, I promise you, because we are not going away this year. So let's table that conversation. Sorry, guys. I got us off track. We have to talk about the weekend. We separated the Jimmies from the Joes this week. And before we get too far ahead, we're going to go into these quarterbacks a little bit. I want to share something with you guys. The Bears beat the Packers. My wife and I watched the game by ourselves because none of my friends came that I invited, but that's fine. But anyway, I digress. My wife had her camera out. I did not know this. And she filmed an organic celebration from me after the Bears, after the final play where Jordan Love ran around for 40 seconds and then threw an incompletion. This video has now over 100,000 views on TikTok, folks. 100,000 views. And that is a true organic. I went to the chiropractor yesterday because of this, but I couldn't have been more excited.
This is why your friends didn't come over.
That's probably why.
They didn't want to see this.
I mean, my dog freaked out. It's just
what the hell?
I told you guys this. I don't know. Somebody had said, "Oh God, I hope the Bears win it all." so I can get to see your reaction from that. I need that. I don't know that I will have an organic reaction that strong for any other game. That's the years and years and decades of frustration versus the Green Bay Packers on both the Bears and the Cowboys side. And the Bears beating the Packers in a playoff game is something I never thought I'd see in my lifetime.
Did you know?
So it's
fantastic. Did you know? And you deserve that. So kudos to you because
thank you.
You guys have not beat the
Green Bay. You deserve the chiropractor visit
since 1941.
I know. Now we only played them one other time. Let's be fair. But Aaron Rodgers.
Let's be real though. That's
our soul in the
Pearl Harbor
title game. What's that?
That's pre-Pearl Harbor, bro. That's
it was actually we beat them the week after Pearl Harbor.
Good job, man.
After the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Bears beat the Packers in a playoff game.
Oh my gosh.
But now we did it. Anyway, that video went viral. I'm going to maybe make another video and ask that somebody in Chicago get that to the right people. I think I deserve tickets to the Rams game. I'm not saying why.
This man just applied for the Michigan. He applied for the Michigan OC or quarterback coach. He also is now demanding tickets to the Bears.
I'm not demanding.
Game.
I'm asking. I'll buy my own plane ticket.
I'm all for it.
But Chicago, you just saw a guy with no spine left running around, flopping around like a fish. Can I get a ticket to the game? Can I get a ticket to the game? That's all I want to know.
Now he's not going to be able to play golf during our AGA season because
I'm on the shelf. I had to go into traction yesterday, so
they're going to send him. They're going to send him some ibuprofen and icy hot.
Yeah,
here you go.
Maybe a Bears ice pack. That'd be cool. I would take that. I would use it.
Some nail polish.
No more painting my nails. That was weird.
Yellow ones, green and yellow.
Let's get into this, fellas. First segment's going to be we're a little different now. We're getting away from garbage juice and on fire because all these quarterbacks, well, most of them were pretty good this weekend. We actually did have a couple garbage juice guys, according to you guys. But anyway, Brock Purdy. We want to know what we learned from these quarterbacks. Who impressed you the most and why? Let's start with Purdy. Brandon, we'll start with you. This is your guy. What did you learn about your quarterback and what impressed you about him the most?
That he's a dog. He's a dog. And despite the elements, going back to Philly, the history with the UCL injury, during the championship game, there's obviously some things weighing on him, right? Even despite the significant injuries, despite those 2 turnovers, I thought he did great. He never folded. I would give him an A just because he never got affected by bad picks. Right. We understand those things happen, especially in playoffs. So it could be crucial moments. And now he goes into the divisional round versus a team he's never lost in Seattle. And so this puts him at 5-2 and has 4 game-winning drives in the playoffs. And he's still a young pup. He's the only survivor in his quarterback class as far as starts. And I think he did very well at just understanding the moments and learning how to manage it the best. So kudos to Brock, man. He's a stud.
He is. I mean, I took from it is that I didn't use the word you used. I'm going to use the word killer. Purdy is an assassin. And, we already kind of knew that. He had some mistakes early in the game. We thought that could hinder. The Eagles didn't do enough offensively. We didn't think they would. And the way he played down the stretch and that touchdown that he threw in the fourth quarter, kind of moving around in the pocket and then throwing a little dart, man, that to me said everything I need to know about Brock Purdy. He's one of, if not the best quarterback right now in these playoffs because he's been there, he's done it, and he works with a surgical quality. Lo, what did you take from Purdy this weekend?
Yeah, man, you kind of took the word. Don't want to sound like I'm a knock, so this is not a knock, okay? He's like the perfect assassin, but he works for someone. He's a system assassin. He works for Shanahan. He's a perfect piece on the board that like I play chess. I don't know if y'all do, but you always have an attack focused around one of your pieces. That's the guy. And yes, Christian McCaffrey is there, but in big moments, I'm sorry, you trust Purdy. Purdy trusts the team. He trusts the structure. He didn't panic, and you went to the guy we're talking about, Christian. So, man, we accepted it. I don't know. We talked about it on the show. It's expected. Purdy's easily one of the top QBs in the playoffs left because of the experience, bro. It's that simple. He's been this puts with nothing right now.
This puts him in 8th amongst active QBs right now with multiple playoff wins. You got Mahomes, of course. You got the old Unks, Flacco, and Rodgers. Then you got Russell Wilson. Those 3 are on their way out. Now it's left with Josh Allen, Hurts, and Matt Stafford. I mean, he's on his way, and I just love to see it, man. Like, I know he doesn't have the physical talent like all these other guys. I don't care, and that just shows for young kids that are coming up that are undersized, that don't think they can do it, even if they don't have that strong arm like Josh Allen's or Matt Stafford, that you can get in there and utilize from the neck up. And I think he does that damn near as good as anyone. I mean, it's just impressive. As a fan, I love it. I'm not going to get giddy over it, right? Still got to grind, but you put your team in a position to win. And so
he reminds me of a guy that I didn't get to see, but I've gone back and watched, and he commentates and he does all this good stuff. Right now, Brock Purdy is along the lines of Troy Aikman, in my opinion. He manages his guys very, very well. He's a leader, and the Super Bowls, I think, will come. He's missed a lot early. Yeah. I will say that. He has missed a lot early. So you don't want to go Jim Kelly route God, this guy, he deserves one. I don't say that about a lot of quarterbacks. Purdy deserves one because of where he's been and how many times and the things that he's had to go through. I don't know if it's this year, but God, this dude deserves. He's
still young.
The team around him is tough.
Still a young player. The guy I compare him to, and this might be a crazy take, I compare him to Montana. His story is eerily similar, and just like his build, the way he does things. He had Bill Walsh. He has Kyle Shanahan, right? He's that worker bee that just gets it done and knows how to utilize his guys. And Montana did that. Montana wasn't the biggest, the fastest, the strongest. But when the lights were bright, he was cool, calm, and collected. Yeah, he threw picks. He threw 4 in the NFC title game. So we can't say that Montana was just this perfect guy made up. But I think what he does with that system fits like a glove. And it's
I agree.
And he can move in and out. He's not as athletic as Steve, but I think he's very much like him.
I've always thought he played from the neck up, and that's what I like about Brock Purdy. I like when my quarterbacks play from the neck up, and then he surprises you with some sneaky athleticism when he needs to.
Yes.
And so I really enjoy Brock Purdy, and secretly, not so secretly now, I am playing a franchise season with the 49ers just to see. And I got to tell you, on Madden, it's stupid. It's like they're unstoppable offensively. So I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I will say too on the Purdy and the Eagles, like this was a Shanahan Fangio game though. Like Hurts and Purdy were the perfect vessels. They were vessels, and you saw Hurts and Purdy playing within their own systems. And this is going to be a coaching duel, man.
Yeah,
so it was a coaching duel.
I hate to put them up because I think, my opinion on Jalen Hurts. I think he is a celebrated bus driver, and I think. While there was a couple drop balls the other day, that's probably because A.J. Brown hasn't been in the rhythm. He doesn't know what that brown thing coming at him looks like, what that is. So all of a sudden the ball comes his way. I haven't seen this since pregame. What is this thing? So I don't know.
You're in the NFL. Catch the
I think with
ball. You're in the NFL. Catch the ball.
And Brock Purdy is not a bus driver. Brock Purdy is above a bus driver. He is not a bus driver.
He just drives a fancier
His ability
bus.
to anticipate, bro, is like a 1%er.
Yeah.
Like if you just go and watch his all 22, damn well he doesn't see that. And he does it. And I'm like,
it's the offense.
How did you see that?
It's the offense. I'm not knocking the man, okay? But this offense
it is the offense, but it's also the execution. We got to think Philly had a lot of wind. It was cold. We didn't really think the stigma with Brock, and it's been, the past couple seasons that he can't play in cold weather games. Just doesn't mix. Well, he did play in Iowa in college for 4 years. But in the NFL, he didn't really do it, right? All these other games that he went to, these cold weather games, he didn't perform at a high level. I think this was probably one of his most resilient games against a really good defense. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but damn, man, we got something. We got something. Like, we just got
you got fight, you got heart, but man, y'all are losing pieces by the week. So,
hey, man, this is one of my favorite teams. I don't even give a damn if we lose the next game, but my thing is they're resilient and they're winning games that they
I need you to win. I need you to win this week.
No. What I'm saying, like, what I've seen from a coaching staff, from an injury depletion, like we have found ways to win games that normally we would have lost in the Shanahan era. This is his best coaching he's ever had. I used to shit on Shanahan all the time. I haven't said a word about him. I'm like, man, you're making adjustments. These things are going well. You're just not this generic thing. Now, maybe you didn't want to show all your cards in week 17 versus Seattle, and that's okay. We can take an L, but you better unleash this shit in Seattle because we don't lose in Seattle. Please not with Brock Purdy. We don't lose.
Please don't. The Chicago Bears, as we know, won the game this weekend.
Oh, man.
I'll give you my thoughts on Caleb.
Sure.
First, let's go with the bad. I did not. We talked about this off camera. I did not like some of his mannerisms in the first half. Some of his yelling and screaming and all of that. Some of the things he was saying and the way he was talking to his teammates. I thought, wow, what's going on here? But at the same time, this is what I learned about Caleb Williams. Caleb is a gamer. Nothing rattles this guy. He's getting more comfortable.
What?
He wasn't rattled. Down 21-3, and he's not rattled. He's becoming more of a vocal leader. I think Caleb Williams is the franchise guy, and as long as Caleb Williams is the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears, their championship window is open. And I'm going to say this. This is the last thing I'll say about Caleb. This is going to be a good one. He reminds me of a mix between Josh Allen because of the way that he can make every throw Josh Allen can make. Patrick Mahomes, because he can move in the pocket like Patrick Mahomes. He's Houdini. We've said that on the show. And because of the miracles that this man can create, Jesus. That's Caleb Williams in a nutshell.
Okay. All right, Nuhi, I'm going next.
Wow.
Nuhi, I'm going next, Nuhi. Sorry.
Wow.
All right. First of all, everything that you just said should be thrown back in that cup you got, first of all. He doesn't get rattled. Everything that you just said that you hated about him is because he was rattled.
He was not rattled.
He didn't know what to do. He's sitting there on the sideline looking up at the sky, probably praying to Jesus that he doesn't lose his job because he's cussing at his receivers, blaming them for throws that he could have done better on. Like, it was bad. I'm sorry. The Bears should have lost. The Packers choked that one away. No one's talking about how Caleb Johnston. That's who that's the mix right there. Because them two right there got it together. I will give you the fact that he's a franchise QB. The DNA is there. He's a rare combo of confidence and control. It's rare. I get it. But the dude's still young, and he showed yesterday what we all knew was there. And it's funny because I've been defending him all year long because people like you don't like Tim, all the antics that he got. But all of a sudden, because he ended up pulling it off and you're doing the worm on the ground or whatever it was you were in your celebration.
I don't even know what that was.
Caleb all of a sudden gets anointed to what you said, the birth of Mahomes, Jesus, and Josh Allen. Stop it. Look at that. That's what he looked like at halftime in the locker room. That's what Caleb looked like without the audio in the locker room. What am I going to do? No, man, this was bad. This showed something that if it happens next round in the playoffs, Caleb will not be able to dig him out of the hole. What hole is too big for the Bears to dig out? That's yet to be seen. But
you said the same thing to me on Sunday. You are on Saturday morning. You said to me, you and Brandon said, if it's 14 or 21-0, you'll see the Bears aren't coming back. It was 21-3, bro. What more do you want to see? There is no hole. There is no hole big enough for that Chicago can't climb out of. They almost did it in San Francisco. They were at the 2-yard line.
Like I said, no one's talking about how the Bears won this game. They're talking about how the Packers choked.
That's what you're talking about. That's what you're talking about because you are a hater. I can feel it coming through the screen. I can feel the hate. It's morphing off of you, like oozing, like that stuff.
I know what I'm a hater.
Green stuff they throw on you in Nickelodeon. What is going on, Lo? You just hate
I acknowledge when I am hating. Okay, and all I'm saying is your boy Caleb.
Nothing else to talk about.
Lost.
Packers are in Cancun. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Right? If I was 6'2", I should have went to the league. What? I'm 5'10". Nowhere close to the league. Go ahead, Brandon. What did you learn about Caleb, who you've been watching since he's 18 years old?
Well, I definitely didn't think he was Jesus. This kid gives you a heart attack for the first 3 quarters. But one thing that I notice about him, the moments never seem too big for him, right? Exactly. I've watched him since Oklahoma when he got into that Red River rivalry, and he brought him back, and everything was good. And then you didn't hear about Spencer Rattler. Then he goes to USC, does the same thing. Now when adversity hits, he doesn't look like he's the best that handles himself emotionally, but he can play when he's pissed off, and not a lot of people can do that. And that is a skill. That is a crazy skill that you can have, and not a lot of people have it. He has the ability to play like Matt Stafford at times, but I need him to play like that consistently, or a pocket guy like a Jared Goff, or just play in rhythm for the first 3 quarters. And then when you have to be Caleb Williams, you have that in your back pocket, right? I think his process, and with Ben Johnson at the helm, I hopefully he can harness him in on some of those things. But you don't let a kid not being wayward. You don't coddle him. You've got to unleash him, and that's one thing that I've noticed about this kid over time. Now he has an ability. His arm talent is just as good as John is. If you guys watch John Elway back in the day, he makes throws that I've only seen Elway make.
That 4th and 10 throw was
Elway and Allen. I'm not going to say he's Josh Allen. He's not even as close as big, but I feel like he is a mix between Elway and Mahomes, in my opinion. He's just got to make the simpler throws. He's got to bore the hell out of me with completions, dude.
I agree.
You have to, because it's not sustainable, and I don't think it's going to be sustainable versus a top 5 defense. I just don't think it.
I mean, again, I'm going to take that with a grain of salt, because
both he keeps coming back
about the Packers, and it didn't work.
Well, to low attest to low, this was more on the Packers losing the game. You're up 21-3. You're not converting. I think you were only 1 of 9 on 3rd down in the second
Maybe the
half.
defense made some adjustments.
Not good, man. That's not good. That's not sustainable. You don't have that hog on the right side with Michael Parsons moving around. You have got to find a way offensively to keep the foot on the gas and never take it off. Can we
give some credit to Dennis Allen for going in the locker room and putting his big boy pants on and making the needed adjustments to slow down that Packer offense that looked unstoppable in the first half? Can we give Dennis Allen
credit to him, right? You got to get a stop score. The game wasn't so far out of the way for them not to come back, because their offense is explosive, and they have those big plays. But it's hard to get away on 4th and 9, and you're constantly trying to turn.
I know. Trust me.
It makes me seem like this is eerily similar to the Washington Commanders last year, where they're getting prayers and hopes and things are falling their way. I don't know if it's sustainable, Tim, against a really good team coming in. I don't see it. And we've all said that, but hey, you believe them.
By the way, shout out to
I tip my hat off to Caleb.
My friend, 40 years ago today, I was in Soldier Field watching the Bears beat the Rams. And on the last play of the game, kind of ended everything, was an Eric Dickerson fumble created by Otis Wilson, picked up by Wilbur Marshall, who ended his career with the Redskins, who ran that back for a touchdown as the snow started to fall on Soldier Field. And we celebrated because we were headed to the Super Bowl. So I welcome the Rams to come to Chicago on Saturday night. All right. Lo, your guy, Josh Allen, woo! He had to play a little bit Captain Save-A-Ho on Sunday. What did you learn about Josh Allen as you watched that game? And you know him almost probably better than anyone.
It ain't God, man. Okay, I'm glad you came to me first. I'll tell you what I learned. Not a damn thing. But I tell you what Trevor Lawrence and Cohen and the Jacksonville Jaguars learned. This is not the guy that you want to play in the playoffs, dude. I'm going to tell you a story. Josh Allen came out, ran the ball, tweaked his helmet a little bit, and a 300-pounder decided to squish his head. Take him to the medical tent. Most time people are out, get a concussion, don't come back. Nah, this is the Terminator. He comes back, goes out there, throws a dot, hits his hand on his offensive line's helmet. Most QBs break a finger, have a fracture, tape it up, do something. Think he spit on it, rubbed his head that was just squished, decided to go back out there, take a QB sneak for like 8 yards, and in the process of it, hyperextends his knee. Most other quarterbacks probably out for the season tear something, MCL, ACL. There's a bunch of CLs in your knee. This dude just rubs the broken hand off his helmet on his knee and keeps freaking trucking along. I can't explain to anybody what type of quarterback does this. And there's only one. I wanted to go like, oh, he's Cam Newton and so-and-so. Dude, he is Cam Newton that can throw. Josh Allen is not who I want to play. Denver Broncos, have at him. Beat him up as much as you can. I got a feeling he's rolling in Gillette, and we got to beat him. So not looking too far ahead, but God, man, Josh Allen, dude, I don't know what surprising? No, not to me. He showed everything that you see, maturity, power. He's a grown man playing playoff football. I'm sorry. Everyone should be on notice for him if you weren't already. Craziness.
I love that. I love you brought the sauce for Josh today. I love it. I want to go last on this because I love me some Josh Allen. So I'll let Brandon go, who I also know is a fan of Josh Allen. But what did you learn about Josh Allen this weekend?
I learned about Josh Allen that he's that old F-350 that's got about 400,000 miles on it and just keeps on going. I mean, this dude is a tank, right? He is a tank, and he's going into hostile environments. The Jags haven't been in a home playoff game probably in the last decade. They're on a heater. They've won X amount of games straight, and he just goes in and just steamrolls them. I mean, this guy is just
pun intended.
Built on will, man. Built on will and resiliency, and it speaks volumes for him as a leader, but also his team really, they galvanize around him. And they go as he goes. And he's not going out with a fight. He realizes that, you know, Pat Mahomes isn't in your way right now. Lamar Jackson's not in your way. You don't have a Josh or Joe Burrow that you got to think about. Those were the big four, and this is your opportunity and moment to capitalize. And now you go into Denver as a favorite, right? Josh Allen is willing this team and getting to the Super Bowl, potentially. But, man, I just love what I saw, man. I'm not really impressed by the stat line. That's not what it's about when it comes to playoffs.
Nope.
This is just about will and grit and willing to never say die. And that is something that he epitomizes. To me, he reminds me much of a more athletic Ben Roethlisberger. Do you remember Big Ben just getting hit?
Early Ben, baby Big Ben.
Yeah. Right? We know Josh can move around, but I'm talking the size of Ben, the ability to throw when people are all on you. That was like his super skill. And Josh does it over and over and over and over again. I mean, it's impressive, man. He's got that mix of Cam Newton, but I like him in the pocket more so like Big Ben Roethlisberger with people all on him. So this dude's
that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, he's standing in the pocket like Ben. Standing on the pocket. He rolls out. You're Cam Newton. It's like, what the hell?
He's a monster. I mean, there's no one like him. There's no one like him.
I love Josh Allen. I mean, I have since the beginning just because of his rare cross of size and athletic ability and the way he threw the ball. Now, he was a wild stallion when he first came into the league, couldn't complete a pass, save his life, throwing 100 miles an hour. But John Elway was the same way, just in case you guys didn't know. And so Josh Allen to me is the new wave of, you know, he's kind of, you know, they took a piece of John Elway and they, you know, they put that thing in a science jar somewhere and they grew this thing. And this is the next evolution of John Elway to me is Josh Allen.
He's a bigger version.
Exactly. So I didn't learn much.
Built like Cam Newton.
Yeah. Well, we didn't learn much to me, you know, to your point, Lo. We already knew that Josh Allen was Superman. We said on Saturday morning, he would have to be that guy for them to win this game, right? Cook wasn't able to get going. That Jag run defense was all over them. Josh Allen was the team. And to me, he is just probably the most physically gifted quarterback that we've seen. We've never seen a quarterback this big and this athletic that can throw the ball like he can. And that's including Mr. Cam Newton. And I know, you know, Cam Newton is up here in a lot of people's eyes. Cam Newton can't throw the ball sniff like the same air as Josh Allen. So I love it. I love what I saw from the Bills. I think the Bills are poised. We're not getting into predictions today, but I certainly see a game, next week with Josh Allen in it. So I'd be surprised if he loses right now. And by the way, everyone keeps saying Lamar Jackson with all these quarterbacks that are out. Did I miss the game where Lamar beat Josh Allen in the playoffs? Because I don't think that's happened. So Lamar was never in the way.
Lamar's a top 2 player and 2-time MVP. Should have been 3-time MVP.
How many times has he beaten Josh Allen in the playoffs?
No, he hasn't.
Okay, well then he wasn't in the way. Only Patrick Mahomes was in the way. Only Patty was in the way. Only Patty
and Joe Burrow. No, Joe Burrow. I think got Joe Burrow too.
Let's not think like, okay. Like, come on, bro.
Anyway. All right, we'll save this one for you last. Low, come to you first, Brandon. Drake May. What did you learn from Drake May and the Patriots this weekend?
Thought he was shaky at first. Little nerves. You don't really see him get hit too much, but he overcame it and made big throws when he needed to make. Now, granted, 16 points, you're going to need more to get that done, right? You're gonna run into some teams. The Texans, I don't think. I think that'll be a tough game, but I don't think they have to score over 21. But it's just when if you run into a Josh Allen, you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go. But I thought Drake May showed a lot of poise in his first playoff victory. I finally got an opportunity to just watch him, and he just seems like he's made up all the right stuff, and he makes good decisions. I mean, now he did throw that pick, but I mean, that's kind of it could go either way. But I thought Drake May was cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, the Charger defense is better than what people are talking about. They have a really good pass rush with Khalil Mack and some younger guys on that D line. They're a little, their secondary is not great, but I really like what I saw from Drake May. I expected some nerves early, right? First playoff game, young guy. You expect some of that. I thought he stayed with it. I think that he certainly proved that his regular season wasn't a fluke. I think he is a guy in New England. He's a guy that's probably going to win for a long time there, paired up with Mike Vrabel. So to me, that's the first. What I love about the playoffs, it's one game, right? You're not watching a four square. You're not going back and forth. You just concentrate on that one game, sit and watch the whole thing. That's my first time watching a full Drake May New England Patriot game this year. And I like how he continued to battle and work through all that he did and that tough defense and able to pull out the win. So I really like what I saw from Drake May. Did you learn anything about your quarterback this weekend, Lo, or you already know everything about your MVP, Drake May?
Well, I like that statement, but no, there's always I'm going with the same thing I've been saying all year, man. He's checking boxes and knew who you led to it, but he got hit. Drake May's been pressured all year. All right, he's been pressured all year long, but he doesn't get hit. He does a real good job at not really getting hit, letting the ball go early. Man, he got hit.
Unlike somebody.
That Chargers defense, people can downplay it all they want. They only gave up an average of 7 more yards than this high and mighty Houston Texan defense in the regular season. They actually gave up the same amount of touchdowns as the Texans did in the regular season. The defense is what carried the Chargers there. It wasn't the opposing end, who we'll get into later, but there was 2 number 10s on the field, and I would say that this number 10 showed exactly how you handle adversity when getting hit. When your O-line, 2 rookie left tackle, left guard, getting beat. Khalil Mack, man, had them on skates, which, I mean, that's a vet. Khalil Mack, at one point, we were saying Hall of Famer. So, he's working on the rookies. I think we did well. We ran the ball and played defense, and that's what's going to get us far in the playoffs. Not one point in that game was I worried about losing, because Justin Herbert and the opposing side, it didn't look like they were going to score some points that night at all. So I wanted the touchdown. It came late. Drake May was poised. He was about 7 yards away from matching Tom Brady's first game. I know a lot of people don't like those comparisons, but Tom's first playoff game, he had a touchdown and a pick, 380-something yards. May was like right there, same thing. So it's different in New England. A lot of comparisons to that guy. I hate doing it often, but what choice do you have? He holds every damn record you have in New England. So This is what he's going to be, which I don't put any thought too much into, like, oh, he broke Tom's record. Well, there's a lot of them to break and a lot that are going to stand. So on to the next. I don't want to hear no more excuses either about the Patriots' strength of schedule after we beat this number 1 defense in the league here, okay? Because that was the number 5, technically, I think, in the Chargers. So we'll continue to work our way up to either the Broncos, Bills, or Texans, however it goes. First on the plate, Texans.
I mean, yeah, you did beat the Chargers. Now, defensively, they were there. Offensively, they limped into that game. They couldn't even play Omarion Hampton. They tried to play him the first couple series, and he couldn't. He just couldn't. He couldn't go. Anyway.
Why? Why couldn't he go?
Because he hurt.
Why couldn't he go? No running backs could go. No running backs could go. Let's just make that clear. Woody Marks ain't going neither next week. Woody.
Let's go to Matthew Stafford. Brandon, you probably know Matthew Stafford almost better than any of us. Well, I don't know. He was in my division for a long time, too. I watched him play with the sappy Detroit Lions, but you've seen Matthew Stafford at his best there in LA. What did you learn from him as he goes in and gets a big win and a comeback victory in Carolina?
He is who we thought he was. He was never wavered. We understand that he had the multiple pick game and the 3 turnovers, probably about 3 weeks ago, but he understands how to make adjustments. He is a pro's pro. He leads his men into battle every week. He's cool, calm, and collected despite having the back injury. He sealed the game under 2 minutes and quoted before he went on the drive, "Let's take their souls," and had a smirk. I love that shit. I love that. That is how you play this game. A cerebral assassin. You have got to be able to take the souls when it matters. Especially they're all giddy. Oh, we'd rather win the playoff game, our first one. Yeah. Hell no. Let's figure it out. Stafford, go get it done. Give me that 2-minute drive, back shoulder fade to my tight end. Oh, they didn't see it coming. Split them out wide. Great adjustment. Great dress up by McVay because it put him on a linebacker. I love to see it. And Stafford's a player, man. I don't even like the damn Rams, but I can't help but just like he's one of the last in my era that I grew up with. He graduated in 2006. I'm 05, so I'm always rooting for him because he's the last one. And he is one of the most talented throwers of all time.
So are you telling me you and Matthew Stafford are the same age?
Yes.
Why does he look 20 years older than you? Why does he look 20 years older than you? Something's wrong.
I can tell you why. Black don't crack, Tim.
Okay. Even
I'll give you another one. Even
the light skins don't crack.
No,
I'll give you another one.
We got a little salt and pepper, but we all right.
I'll give you another one, man. He played years and years in Detroit as a quarterback.
So that ages a person. That ages your guy. Yeah, he's all grayed out everywhere.
Yeah, he's grayed out, man. Doesn't he have three kids too? Yeah, he's stressed.
he looks like the homeless dude that is laying outside of Ford Stadium, and he just comes in the locker room, sneaks in, and plays quarterback.
He's a beast, man. I love watching him play. I love watching him.
He looks so old. Go ahead, Lo. What did you learn about good old Matthew Stafford this weekend?
It's tough. I don't know if we learned anything. What we saw, though, is experience still matters, man. That's what matters in January. Man, he was dissecting stuff all night. Like, he's throwing the ball. He's nothing to do about it. He manipulated old boy with the eyes for in this. I mean, just ever so slightly, too. It's not like he's doing it to move the defender. He's just looking at you so you stay put for a half a second. He's going to throw it right underneath your armpit. Man, it's a vintage playoff performance. This is a vintage quarterback performance. And I hate to say it, but Matthew Stafford is a vintage quarterback. Like,
is it one of the best trades in history?
One of the most even and fair trades, I would say, because Detroit didn't lose in that trade. You know what I mean?
No,
I thought they were right by getting him out, but for the Rams' sake, yeah, I mean, he delivered it. Year one after the trade? Yeah. So, you said it. You said it, man. Stafford, who knows how long he's going to keep playing. So I graduated 2008. So you got to understand, I kept an eye on him too. He's from our area, like where we're out of, So I just want him. I want to know who's going to come behind him, who's the understudy, how do they keep it rolling, or does this man still have 2 to 3 freaking years? Like, what are we looking at here?
That back is critical, man. I don't know. And he's a father.
We've been saying it for like 3 years, though.
I know, but that back, man. I don't know.
I don't know if he
back has nothing to play with.
Maybe it could depend on how this run goes.
Cap Rooney.
I will tell you, he's coming. He's coming back to Soldier Field this weekend, and he does not have a winning record at Soldier Field. Now, of course, a lot of that was with Detroit, but he did lose with these Rams last year at Soldier Field. So, but what I learned about Matthew Stafford is pretty simple. In that fourth quarter, he proved he is the MVP of this season. He does deserve it. The
MVPs aren't in playoffs, first of all.
I understand, but I'm just saying he kind of threw that back shoulder, looked into the camera, and said, "That's why I'm the MVP." And I said, "You know what, Matthew? You're right. I get it now. I thought it was great. The way he orchestrated that final drive, the Panthers think they've got this thing won. Bryce Young actually played really well. And then here comes Matthew Stafford going into the huddle. Let's take their souls, and did exactly that. Went right down the field. Beautiful back shoulder fade to the tight end. I just thought it was amazing. And that, Matthew Stafford is just an incredible player. He's been doing it for a long time. I'm afraid for his sake that either his career or his season ends this weekend, but it was a good run, and I certainly believe he deserves the MVP, at least in my mind. Let's go to CJ Stroud. The Texans won last night in Pittsburgh. I'll start with this because this is what I learned about CJ Stroud. He's still a little bit of a bum. I feel like the Texans won in spite of him. And bum's a harsh word. I get it. But golly, how many snaps did he fumble? He looked shook. He looked nervous. He looked rattled the whole game. He never really got his stuff together. And to me, CJ Stroud is the worst quarterback left in these playoffs, and he is holding the Texans back. That if they had an actual quarterback back there that wouldn't shit his pants in the middle of a rush, I think they could be a Super Bowl winning team because that defense is just that good to me. Lo, what did you learn about CJ Stroud last night? I know you're not a fan to begin with.
Not at all, man. I thought he looked shook for 2 to 3 quarters. And what I learned is, let's see. What can I pull out of my bag? Oh, you know what? I don't like the celebrating. Keep the same energy, bro. If you would have celebrated the first 3 quarters, that's great. But to walk off from a Steeler field looking at fans talk about, oh, you mad? Oh, you mad? Yeah, we're going to see who's mad later because CJ looked pretty mad most of the game. I didn't like it, the tauntingness and all that stuff. He's got to really figure out what type of quarterback and leader he wants to be because we've seen this before, right? He gets frustrated when he gets sacked and hit, but then he throws a touchdown and he's arms crossed looking all high and mighty. You got to keep the same energy. Good luck to you. We'll see you in 7 days, whatever.
Well, Brandon?
Well, I look at it this way. Guy's only had 4 playoff games and won 2 of them. He's 500 in his 4th year. It's not bad at all. Most quarterbacks ain't even got a damn win. So I look at it this way. No matter how you got it done, you got it done. Now you're on to the next. You got to figure out a way to clean it up. We've been here with you. We've been divisional champs with you. We've won playoff games with you. So I think it's an opportunity for him to shine, especially with a very good defense behind him. So shake out the dust off the cobwebs and get back going. That's how I look at it. I don't really say it's a loss here. I think the kid is, despite what people say, he's doing nothing but winning. That's their 9th win, by the way, in a row.
I mean, Rex Grossman went to a Super Bowl, so.
But we're acting like this guy was the rookie of the year, didn't have 3 TDs against the Ravens in his first wild card season. Like, he ain't a bum, bro. He ain't a bum.
Once the film came out.
But he's not what we are saying about all these other quarterbacks. He isn't taking it. He isn't running with it like these other quarterbacks. Does he really have to? Because none of those other teams have as good as defense as the Texans. So does he really have to?
This week he will. We had 6 sacks.
Over 100 yards.
At some point, he's going to have to step up. At some point,
at some point, and going into a hostile environment, they haven't won a playoff game, a road playoff game, in however so long. Like, dude, we'll give him some grace here. But if he goes out and lays a stinker with the Patriots, then yeah, like, okay, here's what we got to figure out.
Everyone's talking about it.
That wins more on the defense than it is CJ Stroud. I'll put it.
That's all I was looking for. Thank you.
But you're calling him like garbage and poo-poo and all this other stuff.
Well, he hasn't. I think
who's paid $60 million has the same amount of playoff wins as this guy does.
I'm not going to disagree with you about Dak Prescott.
In 10 years,
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Oh, but I also think the other guy who is like a freaking QB robot savior scientist can't even win a playoff game, yet alone even perform good in one.
Who's that?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, you know who I'm talking about.
Mediocre guy. That guy.
The QB scientist. What?
Poo.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, let's get into this real quick. We gotta get through the bad.
Justin Fuber.
So we'll go real quick. Try to keep this stuff brief because we are a little behind. So we'll talk about what did we learn from the losing quarterbacks. We'll go to you first, Lo. Trevor Lawrence. What did you learn about Trevor Lawrence?
Man, people might not like it, but I learned that he belongs. No shame, bro. You lost to Josh Allen and the Bills. Josh Allen was going to run through you. You showed effort. You had a great season. I think he needs to compound it with next year. And since I'm on the segment, breaking news, the OC and the Chargers is out, by the way. Just fired that man. Sorry, just saw that happen. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I learned that T-Law belongs. It was a make or break season for him and Herbie. And T-Law did what he needed to do. I don't care if you didn't win. You lost to Josh Allen. There's something that says for that. And it wasn't because of you, Trevor Lawrence. Let's put it that way. You had a chance, but let's be real. How many? There's two of y'all here. No one thought that he was gonna do a Brady moment and drive down. No way. McDermott was like, I'm done with this game.
And I'll take it a step further. I don't necessarily agree with you. I think, he's a talented guy, plays great in regular seasons, can't get it done in the playoffs. To me, there's nothing special about Trevor Lawrence. If there was, he might have done something special because they were set up to win that game. All they had to do was have a drive or two because the Bills weren't lighting it up. As much as Josh Allen had to do everything, they weren't just going up and down the field. It's another playoff loss. And this is a team that was built to win and was on a heater, as Brandon likes to say. And Trevor Lawrence, once again, can't get it done. To me, he's just a guy. He's really good in the regular season and has some really good games, but he's just a guy to me. He's just a guy. Brandon, what do you think?
You can't say that knowing what's around the corner.
He's not just a guy, but I did think he took a step in the right direction. Now, what I will say, he does fall to 1 and 2 in the playoffs. Right? I mean, he had 3 TDs, but he did have turnovers, and those turnovers did lead to points somehow, some way. And so it's unfortunate that last one was tipped. It's not really, you can't really do much about that. But I thought he played pretty well, but he's got to find a way to elevate his team versus a quarterback who is elevating his team. And so that is the next step in the pivotal moment in Trevor Lawrence's career, because now his first phase is over. Now he goes into the second phase of his career, where he's got to find a way with Liam Cohen to get it done. And man, watching that interview on TikTok or whatever, that reporter speaking life into him, man, that was pretty awesome, because
that's pretty neat.
That coach has done a tremendous job, man, with what he was given. And he's changed a lot of careers as far as players. He resurrected Baker Mayfield's career, but also he's resurrected Trevor's career. And to you, like you said, Lo, he belongs. And now it's just, let's get that next step. Let's overcome that hurdle. We got to overcome that hurdle, because if you're going to be one of the top players and a generational talent, you got to go beat a generational quarterback, and that's Josh Allen. You got to go beat him.
There's home game and everything.
Playoffs. None.
People were sitting in the pool. They were having the time of their lives, and ruined the whole day.
So this is year one. This was year one with Cohen. I'm going to lead into the next one, Tim.
I'm going to let y'all have fun.
Because this other quarterback was set up in Harbaugh's year 2, and I'm the greatest since sliced bread, and I am this, that, and the third. And I said it on a TikTok as well. This was your make or break season, Herbie, and you look like the guy from Disney sitting next to Lindsay Lohan or whatever that movie was. Because Justin Herbert, what did you guys learn from him? I want y'all to go, because I can go in over and over and over. You got your OC fired. You're blaming this guy. You got a top defense. Why is it that you say all these things about T-Law? Herbie, who should have got it done, who already has the head coach, not year 1, year 2, who has all these running back stables and injuries. Okay, we all got them. Every team has injuries.
Everybody.
Like, what are we talking about? And as a quarterback, you should know that if the Patriots, which are leading in postseason sacks now by 6, to throw the ball, Herbert, throw the ball. It was so bad because I like Herbert. I wanted to draft him instead of, Mac Jones, I think is who we took at that time. But I learned that Herbert might be a guy, just another guy. So you were right. Trevor Lawrence is a Jag, but he's a Jaguar. Justin Herbert, he might be a Jag, just another guy.
All right, I've been having to deal with this for 2 days, folks. So, all right, Brandon, go ahead, lay it on us.
Well, here's the thing: he's 0-3 in the playoffs, and he never shows up in the biggest games. He's got an elite skill set, but that only gets you so far. I heard he is a super smart player. super intelligent. He actually wants to be a doctor. Graduated with a 4.1 GPA. I can go on and on about his character and how good he is, but when it comes to this field, man, you got to be a dog. A dog. And this is time to put the team on your back because you were paid $200 million plus. Put that damn cape on and go get a dub. Go get a dub. Now, granted, Patriots are a very good defense, but they gave them plenty of opportunities, and they could not get it done. I think they were 0-3 and fourth down. Like, come on, man.
2 of them in the same drive.
On, man. 2 of them inside the 5. Come on, man. You're 6'5", 240. Like, you're running into sacks. Don't bash the offensive line because elite quarterback play and elite adjustments and quick game decisions can make up for that, man. They're playing a lot of match. Bro, you got to work underneath. You got to take what the defense gives you on the 3-by-1. When I showed you the picture, what did you see, Tim? Nobody's hanging over 3 and 2. Oh, wait, the receiver runs down the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 10. What is our goal? Our goal is to at least get to 3rd and short if we can. You're running everybody vertical down the field. If I have a $200 million quarterback, I expect him to make that adjustment, protect that 5 with your running back, and pick up your 3rd and 2nd guy right now. I pay you $200 million.
I get you.
Stop telling me about an O-line, bro. Stop telling me about an O-line. If you're averaging 2.5 seconds, you've got to get it done. Back foot, get rid of the ball. Find different ways.
I get to go. It was
I'm tired of it, man. He's 0-3. He's a tremendous talent. You still want to let me talk? You want to cut me off because you're about to say a lot of bullshit.
I'm not.
Yep.
And you're covering up a quarterback that has all the talent in the world but can't make slight adjustments and basic NFL adjustments or even collegiate adjustments. It's just like his Oregon organization. Back in college, Oregon was so good in the regular season, doing this, doing that, sliding first down. When they get in the playoffs, they butthole that damn tight. Come on. Can't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Come on, man.
A lot of
come on, man.
Today.
Come on. You can lose, but fight.
Okay.
There wasn't no fight.
I'm going to get into this for just quickly. Just quickly.
Scrape your ass up off the ground.
Right now. I
disagree with both of you.
Win, sir. Mr. Poober, because you made my coach, Mr. Harbaugh, look poo. And Harbaugh's not poo. I miss you, coach. We miss you over here in the Niner land.
I'm going to disagree
with both Tim, of you. Go.
There was number one, yes, there were 3 starting offensive linemen out. The other 2 were playing very, very injured, probably at about 70%. One of those linemen is the starting left tackle, maybe top 5 offensive tackle in the league, and that's Joe Alt. And we're not talking about just the dude. We're talking about the dude out of the game. I'm also going to say this.
Bro, it's a rookie.
He had a lot of protection issues. I think he needs another receiver, right? Not a lot of talent at receiver there.
Okay.
They're also a year ahead of schedule. Year 3 will be next year. That's why I expected the Chargers to really take off. They get their running backs back next year. They get their offensive line healthy. In the beginning of this season, with everybody good, offensive line good, Justin Herbert was rolling. So let's not act like he just can't play football. Now, I do agree with Brandon with what you said on one thing. Why isn't he checking and doing some adjustments at the line of scrimmage? And I think the O-line or the offensive coordinator got fired because if you watch the game, nothing was called to try to overcome the immense amount of pressure that was coming at Justin Herbert. It was all vertical routes. He's looking down the field. All you see is the back of receivers' heads. Why isn't he making adjustments? Maybe he's not allowed to. I don't know what the answer to that is. And I wish that would change, and you would think it would with the Jim Harbaugh, because he's all about letting the quarterbacks have control at the line of scrimmage. And I think that's what we'll get more of next year. And that could be the turning point for Justin Herbert. We'll see. But I don't agree that I think he's got all the intangibles. Yes, he hasn't proved it in the playoffs. Man. By the way, he had a 27-point lead in the first playoff game.
And blew it.
He didn't blow it. The team blew it. In the second game, he played poorly. I'll give you that. But I'm not putting what happened on
see, you're sugarcoating everything. Trevor Lawrence, you're sugarcoating it. Trevor, let me retell that story that you just told right there. Trevor Lawrence came back and beat Herbert down 27 points. Then the second game, he didn't play poorly. He didn't. Justin Herbert played poorly. I'll give you that. No. Justin Herbert threw 4 interceptions. 4 in a playoff game.
I think it was 3.
4. It was 4.
4.
Okay, it was 4.
Yeah. Again, you're trying to be nice to him. And number 3, he put up a goose egg. He put up a goose egg against the Patriots, who were not a good team. They didn't play nobody. We didn't play nobody. And here, I'll give you number 4, bonus content. I love that you're my OC. I will never get blamed for anything.
Man, hey, now let's.
I was ready.
Let's settle the noise here because
leave it alone.
The comparisons with him and his talent and Peyton Manning are very comparable. We both know they were 0-3 in their playoff run. Peyton threw 1 touchdown to 2 interceptions, completed under 50% of his passes. Herbie a little bit more up on the 54%, but 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 0 playoff wins in the same exact year. So there is time for Mr. Herbert to not be Poobert anymore until he can take that next step and elevate his team like he is paid to do. I don't know, man. Harbaugh might get rid of him one day.
So we've come to the conclusion.
Harbaugh don't lose, bro, in 2 years, man.
He is now Justin. We will see Herbert. That's what he is.
All right. Jordan Love.
Herbert.
Jordan Love. I'm going to start with this. Jordan Love, I learned this about him. He's a very, very talented quarterback, but he's no Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't have that in him. He's really, really good, but he's no Aaron Rodgers. He crumbled in the second half. Bro. He crumbled in the second half to a defense with no linebackers and a beat-up secondary. He couldn't make it happen in the second half and blew that game and allowed the Bears to come right back in it. Aaron Rodgers would never allow for that to happen. So thank you, Jordan Love. Please stay in Green Bay for a long, long time. Lo, what did you learn about Jordan Love this week?
Man, Jay, I want him to do what we were just talking about. You got to have some type of say in this 21-3 comeback. You got to do something. Your stat line isn't terrible, but lots of incompletions in there. He had some great throws. I don't know, man. You got to find a way to win that game. I know they're hurt and all the other stuff on D, whatever, but you got to keep your foot on their throat. And I don't know. I didn't learn nothing really from him. I knew LaFleur is a choke artist, though. He was a part of the 28-3 loss in Atlanta. Now you're a part of a 21-3 loss at halftime to the Bears. I don't know. LaFleur, go to Miami. I heard they're re-signing him, though, so my take is off. Yeah, but I heard they're re-signing him.
He'll be staying in Green Bay. Brandon, what did you learn from Jordan Love?
Solid performance in the first half, 4 TDs, no picks. I mean, he didn't turn the ball over, but he disappeared during the comeback. He disappeared. And he threw 4.
4 total.
4 total. Excuse me. It could be a problem moving forward, especially this is one of the younger talented teams. You can't let that happen. You can't blow the lead. And you say, oh, it's not on the quarterback. Yes, it is. Your job is to do what? Get your team in the end zone.
Oh, bye-bye, Jordan Love.
Get your team in the end zone. You didn't criticize Herbert for doing the same and blowing that lead, but you criticized Jordan Love for doing it. Interesting.
No, I said Herbert had something to do with it, but it takes all 53 to blow lead.
Man,
it takes all 53 to blow that.
You go as your quarterback goes now,
but it only takes one player to not blow the lead.
Get another lead. It's like they stopped. It's like they went idle, and that was it. That's all they had, and they're like, "Hey, we're up." Not against that dude over there.
No.
You can't do that. That's what he lives off of, bro. He lives off that. You can't do that. And to me, I'm going to say a hot take right now. I think we may have a quarterback controversy if they re-sign Malik Willis.
That's how you avoid the controversy.
I think you might want to trade him because I think he brings a different element to the Packers offense than what Jordan Love brings.
Wow. I don't.
They don't want that element there. Malik will be gone.
Bro. All right, Bryce Young.
Did you imagine if they have Malik in that situation, in that offense? He's taking off. He's getting first downs. He's sustaining drives.
I wasn't going to be upset in the second half if he came in for a couple passes.
I thought he was.
I thought it would have been a smart move.
He's playing too good for not to put him on the field, Tim.
Okay.
It isn't.
But Jordan Love's their franchise quarterback. They're not going to take him.
He may not
55
be.
mil. 55 mil says he is.
Has, but hold on. What's his contract?
There's no controversy there.
He got a 4-year. I think he got a 4-year.
He's the guy. He's
on his second year right now?
Yeah, he still has 2 more.
Win or lose, he's the guy. Bryce Young. I personally learned that he is actually a franchise quarterback for the Carolina Panthers.
Good job,
I also learned he wasn't quite ready for the playoffs. He kind of started off a little sketchy. Then he came up, started playing normal. Okay, it's just another game. And then Matthew Stafford went in and took it from him. But I do think coming off of that game that I think Bryce Young has a future. I didn't think that 2 years ago. Didn't think that a year ago. Didn't think that to start this season. But he's coming along. The ball still looks too big in his hands and all that. But regardless of how it looks, Bryce Young is a guy. He's the quarterback in Carolina. And I think eventually that Panther team might become a team that's in the mix. Lo, what did you learn about Bryce Young this week? You've been in his corner for the last 4 weeks.
For sure. Just situation matters. That's what I said last year. I said they were going to be a splash this year, and I think it's a win for Carolina. I know they lost the game, but this is a win. That division's going to be definitely more competitive next year with the health and then showing up, or whatever his name is. But Young fought through protection issues all year, limited weapons year one. Now he's got some weapons, lots of them from what it looked like, from Leggett to Coker. I mean, will he be back? Yeah, I think there's some conditions. But his processing and toughness, they're NFL caliber. And they just got to upgrade some skill, the protection, and some skill guys here and there. And, yeah, Panthers could be back. I like what I saw.
Okay. Brandon, where are you at with Bryce Young at this point? What did you learn?
Played his tail off, man. He definitely is the franchise quarterback for the upcoming years. He went toe-to-toe with a future Hall of Famer and an MVP candidate, right? He proved to me that he will get an extension, and he's actually on pace of picking up the 5th option, which will be worth more than $26.5 million fully guaranteed for next year. So, despite what everybody said about him, I really think the relationship and his coach is strong. I think you see a different version of Bryce Young that you saw in college. Let him fly. Let him spread his wings. I think he does enough with what he has right now, and that is a talented young core that they can take to the bank and develop the interior in the draft.
Fair enough. Jalen Hurts, Lauren, he had a home game against the 49ers. Supposed to win that game. Does not win the game. What did you learn from Jalen Hurts?
Keep it quick, man. I will. The system, man, when that system cracks, the pressure definitely shifts to the quarterback.
Yep.
Hurts didn't really look lost. He just looked constrained, man. He looked limited in what he could and could not do. The defensive adjustments and timing breakdowns definitely forced it. That's just a coaching matchup right there, dude. They've seen each other a lot. Will he be back? Without question. I mean, the Eagles are always here, I feel like, as of late. So you don't question his leadership. You don't question his playoff pedigree. He's still a Super Bowl champ. The physical tools are always there. They do got to figure out some of the drama that they got going on in that locker room. But in my opinion, for the Eagles, this was more of a schematic failure more than a quarterback issue. So that's just me.
All right. Well, I know you watched the whole game, Brandon, and what did you take from Jalen Hurts' performance this weekend?
I agree with a lot of Low saying I think it's a schematic issue, but I also think he's very pedestrian in the pocket, and I've noticed that. And when you're asked to put it really on his shoulders, does he get it done? Yeah, he gets it done, but what does he get it done with? His arm and his legs, and he reduced himself from the running game. And I thought that was crucial because that is an element of his game that is sustainable, that sustains drives. He used it one time, ran, got a first down. I'm like, oh, crap, he's starting to use his legs, but it got called for a holding. And I was like, okay. I don't think he played poorly. I think his receivers didn't show up when it mattered. I think the last interception was completely crazy. If you're running 4 verts on cover 4, why don't you run the file out on the outsides and get the first down? That, to me, that's an automatic, especially when you're having max protection and nobody's leaking out. That's going to cause those backers to sink, and you threw in triple coverage. That, to me, that is a no-no. You can't do that. Like, throw the fall out to either your 2 outside guys. These guys are bailing out. They're playing catch defense. What do you do when you play catch defense? You work the ball underneath as much as you can and try to sustain drives. I thought they did a poor job at it. I thought it was poorly coached and executed. versus a defense that just got there last week.
Fair enough.
I love it, man. I love it because I was watching that game and I saw the same thing. Like, what are you doing? Just throw it out.
Fall out. You could have ate that outside of all day.
I love it.
I've been beating this drum for years. The Eagles' offense is very limited because their quarterback is limited. And I don't care who the OC is. They just fired their OC, by the way. They have to run the same
in 4 years, Tim.
They have to run the same offense. They have to run the
Super Bowl appearances.
Offense. And it's tough, I think. I learned nothing. He is who I've always said he was. He's a bus driver. And when the rest of the bus isn't functioning at a high level, he tends to crash that thing off the road. He's been crashing it all year. He crashed it again on Sunday. In my opinion, Jalen Hurts is who I always say he is, which, I don't even know just a guy is even a good representation. He is a bus driver that has to have a special offense in order to succeed. And if I'm an OC, I don't want to go to Philly. I don't want to run the Jalen Hurts offense. I just don't. So that's what I took from Jalen Hurts, and I'm glad it happened because I've been beating that drum. Cry, Eagles, cry. Congratulations to the 49ers. Last guy we got to talk about, Aaron Rodgers. Woo! It was bad last night. A stinker. Low. What did you get from Aaron Rodgers last night? What did you learn about the longtime veteran?
Situation matters. That's what I learned. Receivers were not up to par. He wants it his way. Aaron Rodgers wants his cake and to eat it too, and you don't always get that in the playoffs. They're probably one catch away. The DK drop was crucial, but I don't really want to bag on the guy. He's a future Hall of Famer trying to get one more run. This just wasn't it. It's unfortunate too because the setting was there. I thought Texans coming into the Steelers, DK coming back. It was kind of a shootout in the beginning, if you will, back and forth a little bit, maybe not points-wise, but defense was showing up. CJ Stroud was messing up, and they didn't really capitalize. So it's on Aaron. It's on Aaron. We knew that, though. You didn't learn anything. You're going to go as Aaron goes. So, yeah.
Brandon, I know you watched A-Rod last night.
Yeah, man, it was hard to watch. He's always been one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch. Just love the way he spins the ball. But this was one of those times, man, where I wouldn't say it wasn't enough, but it was a lot. It was a lot that he couldn't overcome. And that defense is on a heater. That team is on a heater. And they were yearning to get that first road win in 10 years. And so, man, I don't know, man. I feel like he went out swinging. He went out on his own terms despite the Achilles injury. He still showed that he's still one of the best throwers of the football that we've ever seen. Has he lost a step? Sure he has. But I'm just glad he got out clean and no crazy injuries. But I did hate it for him as a fan of Rodgers for God knows how long that he ended on a pick six. I think Brady ended on a pick six with the Patriots too. But he was afforded the opportunity to continue to still play. I don't know if Rodgers still has that same blessing from the league. I think he's going to phase out, and I think it's a new change of the guard there. But man, salute to him and a great career. I'm not sure if that keeps him under 500 for the playoffs in his career, but damn, dude, he was one of the best. And so it just sucks to see him go out like that. So,
yeah, it does suck. I hated him for years. Being a Packer quarterback is just kind of inbred in you. You're born in Chicago. You automatically hate the Packers. That's just what it is. So I hated him, and knowing that he was good, I could never really admit that. Loved it when he went to New York. Right, bought the jersey, bought tickets to go to the game. He tears his Achilles. I miss Aaron Rodgers. Goes to Pittsburgh. I get another jersey. I'm excited for Aaron Rodgers Pittsburgh Steeler run, and really thought they would get it done last night. What I learned from last night is, unfortunately, I think it's time for A-Rod to walk away. One of the things that made him great was his ability to escape the pocket and throw on the run and do all those things. He just doesn't have that anymore. And the way this game has gotten as fast as it is, you need to have some sort of ability, and he was concrete in the pocket last night. We talked about it. It's time for him to walk away before he gets – I saw him take some hits last night that no 40-plus-year-old man should take. And I want him to walk away clean, only with a couple of the injuries that he's had, because I respect the hell out of Aaron Rodgers. Go sit down. Go get into the Hall of Fame in 5 years, right? And let's go. So, yeah, that's how I felt about Aaron Rodgers. Hate to say that, but I'm ready for him to walk away. We got some other stuff to talk about, but we know we're running late. So maybe we'll bring some of this stuff to Saturday morning. We really went in today, so we'll talk about some of this stuff Saturday. Are we back Saturday morning? I think we are. Saturday morning at 9:30. Everybody back for that? Maybe. Okay. So, folks, we'll be back Saturday morning. Why? Because we have to break down the Saturday and the Sunday games. There's 4 games coming up. All 3 of our teams are still in these playoffs. So, we're going to be excited on Saturday. We'll talk a little bit more. We got some really good stuff to go over from the past weekend that we can bring up on Saturday. But I thought it was a good show for today. Really, I mean, you can't beat the excitement of the playoffs. Any final words, Lauren or Brandon?
No, man, it was good, man. Our team survived. We're all here. We did a great in-depth breakdown. It was fun. It was great banter, and I loved it. So bring on Saturday.
It's always a fun day. Hey, guys, we always got to talk about W. Get you some W. You're sleepy today. It's Tuesday. You got to go back to work. I'm going to go make myself a little bit of drink of this. This is the Blue Raz. They have like 16 different flavors. This is no jitter. You can get this by clicking the barcode. I think we have a barcode. If not, W, there it is. You can click right in there, or w.gg /QB Huddle /discount. Get you a 10% discount. And we appreciate your support. We appreciate FanStream Sports and allaccessfootball.com. For Lauren, for Brandon, I'm Tim. We'll be back on Saturday morning at 9:30 to talk about all the action coming up. So until Saturday, folks, keep those chains moving. We'll see you.
See ya.
Go Pats.